started this year moving to Manhattan. It was honestly one of the most fun and craziest starts to a year for me, as I've been living at home my entire life up until this point. I've traveled here and there, but I've never actually fully relocated anywhere. I moved into a building called Found. They have multiple locations around the city, and I moved to their Chelsea neighborhood. Chelsea is such a beautiful place to live. I literally just finished cleaning my room, so I thought I would show you what it looks like because it looks good. So, door. I have this mirror. The bike is right here, which is super nice. I was able to just fold it up, and if it's there, laundry, some shoes and towels. I have a rug and a stool and my desk and a dresser under there, and then obviously the bed. And then I have these books here, my view. I have this cute painting. I think I want to get a little table for right here. It's in the Amazon cart, but until then, I have this. And then I have my trash can, my fridge, my air fryer, some containers I need to clean. And just some stuff right there. Yeah, that's the room, that's the tour. I met a lot of great friends. We lived with 11 other girls, and ultimately just spent my time exploring the city, eating a lot of Sweetgreen, which is probably one of my favorite salad bowl places, and just trying to get into some healthy habits. I started going to the gym a lot. I biked everywhere, took the train a few places, and mostly ran around the city between going to work, going to ballet classes, and hanging out with my friends. Living in New York earlier this year, or well, I guess at this point, last year, was such a wonderful experience. I think it was the perfect place for me to have moved out to for the first time in my entire life, and I'm glad that was my first stop. The place I stayed at offered short-term leases in addition to year-long leases, and I had taken up a short-term lease. But once that time was over, I decided to stay in the city and move into my own apartment. So I found a place. I toured for a bit. I ended up finding the perfect place on Street Easy and signed for it, paid for my deposit and everything. But things just weren't working out for me to continue to stay in the city, and I wanted to cut my losses and move on versus trying to make it work. Over the summer, I was aimless. I'd quit my job, I'd left New York City, and I'd moved back home. I ended up going back up to New York City, visiting my roommate, Lainey, and then I took a train to Montreal. Once I left, decided to make another big move. I decided to take another trip right before that move, which led me to California, where I visited my other roommate, Olivia. This was a really nice trip and a nice transition from the summer to my next chapter. second half of my year, last year, I spent in Hawaii. I moved in August and got a year-long lease, which was the first time I'd signed a year-long lease anywhere, and I was super nervous too, but I was also really excited at the prospect of settling down for a year. Not because I was looking for a forever home, although in many ways I do feel like there is a bit of forever in New York and Hawaii for me, but because I was tired of feeling too nervous to commit to anything. Worried about my money, like my income, where that was going to come from. Worried about being away from home, being so far from my family. Just like worries that I felt like I didn't need to have. And I was ready to shed those and do something I'd always wanted to do and be somewhere I always wanted to be.